So this is the Cumbres scene, and the last time it was shown it was all plywood and foam. So I did the scenery on it a couple months ago, but really happy with the way it turned out. And the excavator here was actually a 3D model that I found online and then built up and then painted, and I printed all the decals for it and really liked it. And then next to the excavator is the buildings here. They're actually still up here at Cumbres, and I found photos of them and used Google Maps again to measure and build them. And this, they're both out of 1/8" ply, and then I made the sides there for the studs and tar paper, just like the real thing. And then this whole scene just ties together with the lift out bridge. One of the other additions that I've done is I added a turntable to the Chama scene, and this turntable is made from a Hygiene HO kit, and basically all I did was put SN3 track on the top and then added the wood decking that you can see here, and it rides on these brass strips right here, and both sides have them, and that's how it gets its power. And then there's this metal rail that I bent through here, and it's split, and on the split, so it has a positive and negative, and it allows the model to stay powered while operating on the turntable. The hardest part of turntables is getting everything level, square, lined up. And this is an older kit, so it was kind of warped and not very easy to get square. I did the best that I could, and it works. There's a couple, like right here as it's coming up, there's a little bit of a bump transition. But in order to get the turntable to sit level with the track, I actually had to recess it down, and I had to use a router to route the lip here, and that way it sits flush. And it's a, like I said, it's a manual turntable. There's no motor, there's no indexing. I am the motor and the indexer. Spins right around, and then it just lines right back up. The main reason I wanted it is so I could spin the models around without having to pick them up. Because every time you pick them up, you get oil, grease, whatever. You could affect the weathering. It is all dull coated, but still your oils will then transmit to the models. So this allows me to spin pretty much every model I have here. Even the big diesels fit on this, no problem, and are able to get spun around. So overall, very happy with the way this came out. The next model I have here is the Chama lube station, or lube building. It is a PBL kit, it's plastic. I have the same one at HO and 3, really liked it. PBL still makes it at SN3, so I bought the kit, built it up and weathered it, and happy with the results, how it came out. The next model I built is the pen for cattle and sheep that's outside of Chama, and it's all laser cut, the entire sides, and the whole thing comes together as one piece. And it was all made out of balsa, and it's loosely based off of what's there now in Chama. Again, space permitting, that's the problem with my layout. Another scene that I got a lot done is the Chama station, and you can see that before there was no track here, Now the track all the way goes out. Put the telephone poles, all the lamps are illuminated, so it lights up at night. Same with the end there, you can see. Just got to do all the scenicking in this area. Painted the track, that was a step. So eventually I'll get to it. Another model that I've built in this time, since the last update, is this switcher. It's a Tamalco, and it's a brass kit. It's probably built in the 80s or 90s. And I bought it on eBay, and I got it for less than $100. It doesn't come with a motor or a gearbox, and it's all in pieces. So this is all flat brass that you've got to bend and shape and then solder everything together. And that's a real pain. And that's something that I've been trying to learn how to do, is solder brass models. And it's something I'd like to start building more of. So this one I built with just sound, and or without sound. It's got a decoder and a keep alive, but it does have the directional lighting. So there's reverse, and it runs decent. The whole thing, like, I've built this thing like 4 times practically, just because amount of time screwing stuff up, redoing it. One of the things that I messed up was heating the frame. I ended up burning out the insulators on the axles, so I had to 3D print new ones. 3D printed this plate for the wipers, because there's really nothing that it had. I ended up milling out the axles, because it was the axle on the frame in brass, and it didn't run right. And then that caused, when I milled that out, it lengthened the axles slightly, so then the side rods didn't work anymore. So I had to 3D print new side rods, and it took like 10 tries to figure out the exact length. But you can see it's got a Northwest Shortline motor, flywheel, and then their gearbox. It's a 36-to-1 gearbox. And it doesn't run bad. It's like any 4-axle loco. It'll stall and hesitate, even with the keep alive. But overall, it's not bad. Normally you'll always see it, because PBL makes it painted up in the Rio Grande with the black with the tiger stripe. I wanted to do something different, because getting the decals is tough, and then everybody has that model, so that's why I chose this one. Because before the Rio Grande got them, they were actually Sumter Valley, and so a friend of mine pointed that out to me, so I was like, oh, that's cool, and it's an easier paint scheme to do, so that's why it ended up as Sumter Valley, to be a little bit different. These cabins are actually next to the main track going out of Chama. It's Rancho del Oso, and it's like a whole 5-cabin place with other buildings. So these are the 2 that stood out that I really liked, and I actually found plans for them on the planning commission. It was like the county website for it. So I was able to get them pretty close to like what their actual designs are. They actually do have interiors that I 3D printed, beds, couches, tables, and then they are lit with lights, but it's pretty bright, so you can't see it right now. But they're laser cut from 1/8-inch plywood with acrylic roofs, and then everything just painted. And then the chimney to the left here, I 3D printed. This is the Chama warehouse. It's actually still located in Chama. I built it off of photos that I have, and then just used Google Maps to get the overall dimensions. It's only a half building, because I don't have the full amount to put in there. But it was built, I laser cut the interior from 1/8-inch plywood, and then put the metal sheeting over the entire thing, and then weathered it up. But happy with the way that came out. So the standard gauge, haven't got a lot done, but I've gotten some stuff done. Did some scenery over here. I got the lights for the building there. And then this is also did lights here. And then the roadway here. And then all the crossing mats there are all laser cut from laser board that I did. So they're all one continuous piece. That way it sits better, because the BLMA ones, they kind of pop up and they're not easy to get all aligned. I've had a lot of problems with them on other layouts. And the sidewalks are all cut from acrylic with the laser. And then the roadway is a 1/4 inch MDF just painted. So one of the other things I did was redid my whole workbench setup here. All the stuff is 3D printed. It's Scatus from IKEA. The back drops for where all the tools are mounted. Those are actually not IKEA Scatus. I laser cut them myself out of 1/4 inch MDF and then just painted them. But everything's nice and organized. And then the monitor here is actually on a swivel, so I can move it up and down, and then it gains access to all the track and everything behind there. But this really helps when it comes to building. Everything's right there and it's organized. And it was actually cheap. Just printing all the stuff out takes time. It was like a week total, just constant printing. So that's the updates of what I've been up to and some of the projects I've been working on. So who knows when I'll post another one, when I feel like making a video or when I actually get some other work done. But anyways, thanks for watching. See ya.